That's right. It's time for the Mouseketeers.
We're the Mouseketeers. We want to say hello. It's been 25 years since all of you have seen us every day. That's okay. You're welcome to our Mouseketeer Club. And by the way, it appears today we feature your favorite Mouseketeers. We like to reintroduce ourselves to you. So proudly put on your Mouseketeer ears. It's time to watch the Mouseketeers.
Mouseketeers roll call. Count off now.
Bonnie!
Johnny.
Billy!
Dickie.
Judy!
Tim.
Cheryl!
Mickey.
Doreen!
Larry.
Eileen! Bonnie!
Dennis.
Mary!
Charlie. Ronnie.
Linda!
Mike.
Margene!
Dawn. Lynn.
Mary! Karen!
Cubby.
Sharon!
Lonnie.
Sherry!
Tommy.
Darlene!
Bobby.
Annette!
We're the Mouseketeers. We want to say hello. So proudly put on your Mouseketeer ears. It's time to watch the Mouseketeers.
Tonight, on Disney's Wonderful World, the Mouseketeer Reunion, a nostalgic celebration. Starring Annette Funicello, the star of Spin and Marty, Tim Considine, with Bobby, Cubby, Darlene, Karen, Lonnie, Sharon, Sherry, Tommy, and all the Mouseketeers. And special guest host, Paul Williams.
Hi, Mouseketeers.
Hi, Mickey!
Big doings this week. Adventure, fun, music, cartoons, news. Everybody ready?
Ready!
Then on with the show.
Well, this is it. This is where it all happens. The reunion of the Mouseketeers. In the next hour, we're going to relive, along with them, some of the best moments of the Mickey Mouse Club, and a lot of brand new ones, too. When the Mouseketeers sing and dance together again. As for me, I was not one of the Mouseketeers who met on this stage 25 years ago, charmed their way across the TV screen, but I tried. I came down here, and I auditioned with hundreds of others, and they told me, I remember this as if it were yesterday. They said, don't call us, we'll call you. Now, 25 years later, they finally did. Not to be a Mouseketeer, of course, but to watch and enjoy right along with you and maybe tell you some of the things that they've been doing. And if they need any help along the way, hey, what are friends for? Now, that's Annette, of course. And you've seen a lot of her over the years. She went on to a movie career, a lot of hit records. Through it all, she found the time to raise 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. Bobby's dancing better than ever now, every week for the past 20 years on the Lawrence Welk Show. Bobby's married to Myron Florin's daughter, Christy. They have 2 children. Karen is married now, too. She lives in Central California with her husband and their 6-year-old daughter. Sharon's still busy in show business. She portrays a lot of the live-action cartoon characters you've been enjoying for years. Darlene pursued a successful career as a country western singer under the name Darlene Valentine. She has 2 children and works as a nurse specializing in open heart surgery. You know, this might be the first time in history that the Mouseketeers have gone this long without singing. I can fix that.
Today is a day that is filled with surprises.
That's Tommy. He's married with 2 children. He's now a makeup artist and one of the very few to have won an Emmy for his work.
Nobody knows what's gonna happen.
After graduate school at UCLA, Lonnie played the lead in some plays on Broadway. Lately, he's concentrating on writing, and already he's had a book on comedy teams published and 3 plays produced.
Why, you might find yourself on an elephant on the moon.
Sherry's married to a doctor now and has 2 children, but she's still busy doing cartoon character voices, too.
Or riding in an auto underneath a blue lagoon.
That's my friend Cubby. He's still one of the best drummers in town. Just ask Ben Vereen or the Carpenters or Debbie Reynolds or any of the other stars he's worked and recorded with.
Yes, we Mouseketeers think you're gonna have some thrills, and you know it's true that a laugh can cure your ills. So if you'd like to be sent, we are glad to present the Mouseketeers Anything Happen Day. Anything Happen Day.
Hey, where's it at?
Anything Happen Day. Anything can happen day. Anything can happen day. Today is a day that is filled with surprises. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. Whoa! Why, you might find yourself on an elephant on the moon, or riding in an auto underneath the blue lagoon. Yes, we Mouseketeers think you're gonna have some thrills, and you know it's true that a laugh can cure your ills. So if you'd like to be sent, we are glad to present the Mouseketeers Anything Can Happen Day today. The Mouseketeers Anything Can Happen Day. Hooray!
Well, it sure didn't take him long to get back into the routine of things, or the costumes, for that matter. I suppose being a Mouseketeer is like riding a bicycle. Once you learn how to do it right, you never forget.
Gee, it's great to see you again. What have you been doing for 25 years?
Sounds like they've been busy.
Sounds like you've been busy.
Busy as well.
You know, what this reunion needs is some order.
What this reunion needs is a plan of action.
Same thing, same thing.
So what should we do to celebrate being back together again?
I think it would be great if we talked a little bit about the old days.
Sure, we could do some of the things we used to do.
Hey, some of the songs and dances and our favorite parts of the club.
No. I wish them luck if they think those old bones are going to jump around like they used to. No way, no way.
We'll leave it to Bobby to think about doing some of the dances again.
Of course.
Gang, I'd rather just forget about it.
Yeah, but we all had to do it. Remember?
Somehow to dance is really very simple. Just take a step from every dance you know. Mix them together and give 3 cheers. And then the most important point of all, wiggle your ears.
Ask the birds and ask the bees and ask the stars above who's their favorite sweet brunette. You know each one confesses Annette, Annette, Annette.
This is the day of the tramp ballet, where waltzes go by in the high button shoes. You'll see his heels go flying.
Mickey Mouse, mambo.
Both feet, 1 foot, stop. Kick your feet and make a whirl. Zigzag crazy, hopscotch hop. How do you do? How do you do? I'm telling you, as we step past my deep, feel the vine, sure as you're born.
Jing, jing, jing. That's just a funny little melody. It's so soothing and appealing to me. It goes jatter, 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 jing, jing, jing. Jatter, jatter, jing, jing, jing.
You know, guys, when you see us dancing like that, you realize that 1955 was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's true. But it was a terrific year, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
No, I remember 1955, and that was a terrible year.
Well, how can you say that? Think of all the good things about it. Sandra Dean.
My favorite.
James Dean. Movies only cost, 75 cents.
Yes, but think of all the bad things about it. You know, our show was filmed in black and white, and we only used one camera.
In 1955, a record only cost 69 cents.
Yeah, but Bobby, you didn't have a stereo to play it on.
Hi-fi.
Sugar Ray Robinson was the world middleweight champion.
Hey.
But there were no microwave ovens.
Roger Bannister had just broken the 4-minute mile.
There were no trash compactors.
It only cost a nickel to play a jukebox.
There were no disposable diapers.
Oh.
I knew she'd think of that.
Yeah.
And the #1 song in the country was The Yellow Rose of Texas.
But the #2 song was Autumn Leaves.
Okay, I got you on this one. The Brooklyn Dodgers won the World Series.
Lonnie, I have you. Ernest Borgnine won the Academy Award.
Okay, I surrender. But I still say I had a good time in 1955. And I wouldn't mind feeling that way again.
I wish I was a kid again. Our lives were all so simple then. I wish I was a little kid again.
When a trauma was no cookies before dinner.
Chocolate chips.
And no one ever heard of a gong show winner.
Digging caves. Climbing trees.
Ollie, Ollie, oxen free. Nickel cokes.
Moron jokes.
Playing hide and seek. I wish I was a kid again. To do the things I did again. I wish I was a little kid again.
Trading baseball cards of mantle maze and who? Usual.
I could never get music.
Wearing polish on our nails was quite unusual.
Playing marbles, win or lose.
Wearing mom's high heel shoes.
Double scoops.
Hula hoops.
Spinning tops and yo-yos.
Sitting on Daddy's lap, steering the car. Even though it was parked, I wanted to use the clutch so bad.
You couldn't reach the clutch.
I know.
Playing baseball with my friends under the streetlight after dark.
What were you doing, Tommy? Swatting flies?
The boys carried our books home from school.
And the most popular kid was the one with the swimming pool.
He was really cool. I wish I was a kid again. Our lives were oh so simple then. I wish I was a little kid again.
Arriving early at the studio for makeup. I needed no.
Then to costumes to find out what we would wear.
Ears. We wore ears.
Learning Jimmy Dodd's new song.
I was getting most of the steps all
You
wrong.
still are, Tom.
Memorize the spoken lines.
Somehow the show went on. I wish I was a kid again. To do the things I did again. I wish I was a little kid again. Winters were colder, summers were hotter, carrots were older, nights were darker. Our world seemed so much larger then. I wish I was a kid.
Tuesday, you know what that means.
We're gonna have a special guest.
So get out the broom and sweep the place clean.
And dust up the mat so the welcome can be seen.
Roll out the carpet, strike up the band.
And give out with a hip hooray! Hip hooray!
Wiggle your ears like good Mouseketeers.
We're gonna present our guest today.
'Cause Tuesday is guest star
Tuesday, Tuesday, Tuesday is guest star day.
Clearing skies and drying eyes, now I see your smile. And sadness goes, and your softness shows a change in style. Just in time, words that rhyme will bless your soul. Now I fill your hands with kisses and a Tootsie Roll. Oh, reality, it's not for me, and it makes me laugh. But fantasy world and Disney girls, I'm coming back. Patty Page and summer days on old Cape Cod, happy times of making wine in my garage, and country shade and lemonade, guess I'm slowing down. Be a turn-back world with a local girl in a smaller town. Well, it's open cars and clear stars, that's what I've learned. But fantasy world and Disney girls, I'm coming back. Lord, I rip, hi Dave, hi Pop, good morning, Mom. Lord, get up, guess what? I'm in love with the girl I found. She's really swell. She likes church bingo chances and old-time dances. Got love to give and a place to live. Guess I'm gonna stay. It'll be a peaceful life, a forever wife with a little kid someday. Well, it's early nights and pillow fights and your soft laugh. But fantasy world and Disney girls, I'm coming back.
Working at Disney Studios was probably the greatest childhood a kid could have had.
I've tried to tell my own children about it, but they just don't believe what fun it was.
You know what I loved? When we'd have days off and we'd go exploring through the costume department.
The scenery department or the paint shop.
Yeah, but you guys remember the best part of all, don't you?
What?
The sound effects room.
That's right. You know, we did a number on the show about it. I remember.
Gosh, I wonder how this works.
Turn it off, Libby. Look at this. Listen. Sounds like rain. It is rain.
I wonder what this is. That's the thunder.
Lickety-clack-a-lunk-a-lunk, a
The train is coming, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. A clickety-clack a mile away. It hasn't a second of time to stay. It sings a noise, a rickety noise, a rickety, rackety, rickety noise. Get out of the way, get out of the way. Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Did they know how to have fun with music back then, or did they know how to have fun? You know, some things never change.
Fun with music, fun with music. Making music is fun. Whether it's a song of home or some foreign land, music is a language we all understand. We're all for one with music, fun with music. And before we are done, just wait and see. You'll all agree. Fun with music is fun. Fun for everyone.
There were two adult Mouseketeers on the show every day. Roy Williams was one of them. He was a well-known and respected cartoonist and an artist and writer for the Disney Studios. He'll always be remembered for the humor and imagination his drawing brought to the Mouseketeer Club. A lot of the musical fun on the show came from the songs of Jimmy Dodd. He was a kind of father figure to the kids and the strong musical force behind the club. Jimmy had a great way of relating to children and the things they care about. I think it showed in the songs he wrote for the Mouseketeers to sing every day.
Hi to you and hi to me, hi to everyone. Now that anniversary time is here, we'll have lots of fun. It's party time, so come along
And feel that friendly spirit. Join in the song.
Hey, what a bunch of lucky folks, happy as can be, having fun and singing out, hi to you and me.
Mickey Mouse Club.
Mickey Mouse Club,
Mickey Mouse Club.
Mickey Mouse Club.
We'll do things and we'll go places. Fun to see familiar faces.
Haven't seen you for a long time. Let's begin another song time.
NMMC, yeah, you like Mickey Mouse. Hey,
Back together after all these years.
all the years, we won't forget we're Mouseketeers.
Mouseketeers.
Up, 2, 3, 4, hooray, hooray, hooray. Merry Mouseketeers, we're here to stay.
When you're driving, never hurry. Then you'll never have to worry. Same is true for two-wheel speeding. That's a thing we're never needing.
Come on, Bobby, show us how to ride.
Anyone can be a fool and do things which are wrong. But fools find out when it's too late that they don't live so long.
Oh, I'm no fool, no siree. I want to live to be 93. Like they say for you and me, 'cause I'm no fool.
It's time to cook with Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse, Minnie Mouse. Now you out there in your own house, we'll show you what to do. Why, you'll find out that pots and pans can be a lot of fun. And for you boys, there'll be a lot to eat before we're done. Now everybody, here we go. And as they say, on with the show. You'll be the best cook in your house. Cooking with Minnie Mouse. Cook.
Do what the good book says. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Do what the good book says. All the world can get along if we all will sing this song and do what the good book says. Thou shalt love one another. Everyone is your brother. All the world will get along if we all will sing this song and do what the good book, do what the good book, do to know the answer's years away. Just look inside this book and you will see everything from England down to Z in the encyclopedia. E-N-C-Y-C-L-O-P-E-D-I-A. Jimmy never stopped composing
Hundreds plus the ones we've chosen.
Songs for work and songs for playtime.
songs to fill the night and daytime. Words, music, music and words. Songs by Jimmy Dunn. He wrote the Sweet Shop Rock and the Hopscotch Hop. He wrote the Mouseketeer Dance and the Mouse Meeting. He wrote the Green Grass Grows all around, and the Cha-Cha-Chugga-Chugga Samba.
Firefight fella.
The Lonely Guitar. Dry Gulch Cowboy. Our guitar
Be a good guess.
is one of the best,
But they all had something to say.
See the world and see it clearly. You can have it all for nearly.
Everything is yours to choose it. Work real hard, you'll never lose it. Live, 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 live.
Mouseketeers, it's a wonderful world. Look around and you'll see what I mean. Each new morn, a new day's born, and life becomes again all fresh and clean. Do your best every day in your work and in your play. These are the golden years. Smile and the world smiles with you. That's a way to live, Mouseketeers.
Hi, Mouseketeers. Here's one of my favorite thoughts. The words of a great man, Etienne de Grelais. Listen. I expect to pass through life but once. If, therefore, there be any kindness I can show, or any good thing I can do to any fellow being, let me do it now and not defer or neglect it, as I shall not pass this way again. And now I'll be going my way.
Yee-hee! Hi, partners.
Hi, Eddie.
Well, this here's our roundup day, so you all pretty nigh ready? Shown up. Then let's get on with it.
And now, Mouseketeers, we present Shadow on the Wall, featuring Bobby Burgess.
Shadow on the wall, you follow everywhere I go. You follow.
Shadow on the wall. You reflect my every move.
If my heart is gay, you know it. If I'm feeling blue, you show it. Shadow on the wall, dancing out an interlude.
Play, cubby boy, play, cubby boy, play those drums.
And Mary would like to introduce to you, next on her show, a girl direct from the Walt Disney Studios, Dorleen Gillespie. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm blue.
My disposition depends on you. I never mind the rain from the sky.
If I can find the sun in your eyes.
Sometimes I love you.
Sometimes sometimes I hate you.
But when I hate you,
It's 'cause I love you. That's how I am. So what can I do?
I'm happy when I'm with you.
Every day of the week was something special for the Mickey Mouse Club. And every day was loaded with talent. But Friday, that was something really special. That was Talent Roundup Day.
Saddle your pony, here we go, down to the talent rodeo. Gather up Susie, Jack, and Joe.
Join the talent roundup, round them up, bring them in. Everybody's sure to win. Step right up, here we go. Oh, what a rodeo.
Bring along Dinah, Bob, and Bill. Ask everybody on the hill. We're gonna have a great big grill.
Join the talent roundup.
Bring along Mary, Jim, and Joe. Ask everybody you may know. We're gonna have a great big show.
Join the roundup, join the roundup, join the roundup rodeo.
Hey, look, everybody, it's Tim Considine.
Betty's hoping they finally make him a Mouseketeer.
You know, I have been kind of hoping that after all of these years, that I could be an official Mouseketeer.
Hope he has better luck than I did.
A Mouseketeer? You?
Well, sure. I appeared in the serials on the Mickey Mouse Club almost every day for 3 years, but I was never really an official Mouseketeer.
That's too bad, Tim, but you know, it takes some very special things to be a Mouseketeer.
Can you play a musical instrument?
Can you write songs?
Can you sing?
Can you dance?
Can you dance in a horse?
Well, not really, but there must be something I can do for this reunion.
You could reminisce about the Mouseketeer serials.
Why don't I take us back for a look through the serials?
That's a great idea.
Is there an echo in here?
Well, I played Spin Evans on The Adventures of Spin and Marty. Roping and riding, or rocking and rolling. It didn't much matter. There was nothing Spin couldn't do. Marty was played by David Stollery, and our characters were complete opposites.
You have no right to block the roads anyway.
Spin and Marty started out as bitter rivals. But in true Mouseketeer tradition, we became best of friends. As with Spin and Marty, the escapades of the Hardy Boys were right out of boyhood dreams.
Now, where are those gold doubloons and pieces of eight, pieces of eight, pieces of eight?
Tommy Kirk and I, playing Joe and Frank Hardy, were always digging up criminals in our own backyard.
him. He's going to jail.
Dad got him one right in the jaw, too.
We just wanted to be real detectives like our famous father.
Now, Frank, you're old enough to know what being a detective is really like. 90% of it is just dull routine. Filing and cross-filing and adding up 2 and 2.
I'd do anything to be a detective. Even arithmetic.
Another Mickey Mouse Club serial was Corky and the White Shadow. As Corky Brady, the sheriff's daughter, Darlene was living proof that a girl could more than hold her own when it came to fighting villains in the Old West.
Get back there, I'll blow your head off.
Darlene was also one of the first singing cowgirls on television.
Little one, may you smile in your sleep.
And one of the best.
Close your eyes, little one.
And speaking of girls...
Ask the birds and ask the bees and ask the stars above, who's their favorite sweet brunette?
She was already the darling of the teenagers. And like most of her fans in the audience, the character Annette played was impatient to grow up.
Uncle Archie,
Yes?
I'm scared.
Scared? Scared of what?
The party. I won't know anybody there, and I don't know what to do or how to act.
Don't do anything. Just be yourself.
How will I know my love? How will I know my darling? Oh, Mr. Moon up above. How will I know my love?
And that Mouseketeers was what the Mouseketeers were really about. The joys and pains of growing up in those very different days of the 50s. For me, growing up meant some big changes. I had a little rivalry with Marty, a little romance with Annette, and a lot of trouble with the car. But finally, I got it all together. Girls, cars, and growing up. And that is what life was like 25 years ago in the Mickey Mouse Club serials.
All right, Tim, you've convinced us. We're ready to right a terrible wrong.
What's that you have behind your back?
I bet it's Mouseketeers.
Your Mouseketeer ears.
Yeah, better late than never, I guess, but 25 years, it's ridiculous.
May you wear them in health everywhere you go. You will wear them everywhere you go.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. I'll wear mine an hour for every minute you wear yours, okay?
I think I understand. Anyway, to coin a phrase, welcome to the club!
And now, an historic moment, the silver anniversary celebration of the Mickey Mouse Club, featuring 31 of the original Mouseketeers, performing together again for the first time in a quarter of a century.
Mickey Mouse Club, Mickey Mouse Club, Mickey Mouse Club, Mickey Mouse Club. Who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me? M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Hey, they're high, they're low, they are as welcome as can be. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. Come along and sing a song and join the jamboree. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E.
When we got together 25 years ago to become members of the Mickey Mouse Club, we came from many different backgrounds and places. We were brought together by a man who gave more pleasure to more children than anyone else has, except possibly Santa Claus. Those children have grown up, and new generations of children have come along. But the name Walt Disney still means magic, adventure, beauty, humor, and imagination.
Late one rainy night, down in Missouri, huddled in his tiny room, an artist drew impressions by glowing candlelight of a friendly little creature who'd come to share his night. How was he to know the destiny guided by his moving hand? He created someone who'd be loved across the land. The first of many faces that his gifted hand would draw. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy and his gang. Your father was a friend of mine, though he never knew my name. He painted colored fairy tales with the stroke of his magic hand. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, you made a lot of friends.
Friends are there through good or bad. If friends were the only thing you had, you'd have all it takes to make you happy. Material things are fine, but friends are the bottom line. Friends care what you're all about. They're there when you're down and out. But best of all, they're there to share your happiness. Acquaintances are fine, but friends are the bottom line. Give me a buddy to go to the show with, to study and play, or to be in the know with, as days turn into years. Laughter, laughter, tears. Friends are the bottom line. Friendship stays like wine. Friends are the bottom line. Friends are the bottom, friends are the top. Friendship is a force that never stops. With friends, and that's a lot of life.
The reunion's almost over. I thought sure I was going to pass that audition that I flunked 25 years ago and finally get some mouse ears, and even honorary ones, even artificial ones. I mean, why else would I be here? I ruined my tough guy image by admitting that I've been carrying a torch to the Disney girls for a quarter of a century. I owned up to the fact that a mouse, a duck, and a dog are still my best friends, and that the songs of the Mickey Mouse Club will be running around my head for the rest of my life. Now I guess I'll just have to watch the papers for the 50th anniversary in the year 2005. Maybe they'll award me some ears then, if they're still able to get around, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
Annette.
We'd like you to have these. For you.
Eat your heart out.
Now, Mouseketeers, there's one thing we want you always to remember.
Come along and sing our song and join our family. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. Forever let us hold our banner high. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. M-I-C.
See you real soon.
K-E-Y.
Why? Because we like you.
Thanks, Mouseketeers, for joining the party. We'll be looking for you